Hey guys, how y'all doing? BionicleSaurus here, and in this video we are going to be doing an extremely special unboxing.
Over 5 years ago, I unboxed my first ever Beasts of the Mesozoic dinosaur figures, the original versions of the classic Dromaeosaurus and the Fan's Choice Pyroraptor. That old unboxing video is nothing if not nostalgic, but while the original Raptor series figures are still great, Beasts of the Mesozoic has undoubtedly come a long way since then. So what would these old Raptors look like if they came out nowadays, reimagined in order to reflect BOTM's current quality standards? In this video, we are going to answer that question because we are taking a look at the brand new re-releases of the Adasaurus mongoliensis and the Acheroraptor temertiorum. These figures feature completely new colors and paintwork, along with, possibly even more excitingly, some new engineering as well, so let's dive right in. The original Raptors were very well-designed action figures for the most part, but they did have their limitations. Two major flaws I remember noting about those figures were the limited head movement and loose leg joints. And both of these issues have been solved quite well with these new Raptors. The original neck design for these figures was by no means a bad one, but it definitely felt hindered in some ways. The joint at the base of the neck was barely a joint at all, it pretty much just wiggled slightly and that was it. And the joint in the middle of the neck never had quite the range of motion that I was looking for. On these new figures, the joint at the neck's base is a proper double ball joint with way more mobility than the old design, and the joint in the middle of the neck also works better thanks to a more flexible plastic being used for parts of the neck itself. These guys can preen their wing feathers, reach down towards small prey, check over their shoulder for predators, and so much more. I think these are honestly the most flexible necks of any BOTM theropods I've yet handled. I'm really happy with these. The other big engineering change has to do with the ankle and foot joints, which are now proper sturdy hinges. On the old Raptors, the ankle joints were these weird one-sided swivel hinge thingies, and they definitely didn't keep the figures as stable as I would have liked. The legs on these new Raptors, however, feel much more solid. These figures also still include an extra pair of running toes to allow for poses with one or more feet off the ground, along with 3 different sized posing rods, a small posing rod extension piece, and 2 different clips. Compared to my old Dromaeosaurus, which only came with 1 posing rod and the clips, this is definitely an upgrade. It's really nice to have more posing options. That combined with the improved leg joints definitely makes these figures easier to work with than their predecessors, even if they can sometimes still be a little difficult to balance because they do have such small feet. Alright, we gotta talk about these absolutely stunning colors. The Acheroraptor is based on a red-footed booby as opposed to the old version, which was based on its blue-footed counterpart, and in my opinion this is just a straight upgrade. The blue-footed booby is obviously a much more iconic bird, but I think these colors turned out far more striking. Most of the body is coated in white feathers with brown accents and very subtle accents of metallic silver, and the feet and hands are of course both a vibrant, bright red. The tan claws are also cool, but my favorite part of the color scheme has to be the head. The dark blue circles around those greenish yellow eyes look fantastic, not to mention the purple mouth interior with a dark blue tongue. That looks absolutely gorgeous and is so unique. That's genuinely one of my new favorite design choices on any BOTM figure. I don't know if that's on the actual bird or if that was just creative license, but either way, I love it. The Adasaurus, on the other hand, is based on some kind of eagle with a name I'm not going to try and pronounce, and it looks very pretty as well. The rich blacks and saturated browns, along with those eye-catching accents of metallic blue, it's just a very nice palette. I'm admittedly not as big of a fan of the colors on the snout and the feet of this figure, but the feathers look so nice I don't really mind all that much. In terms of sculpt, obviously both of these figures, minus the articulation changes, are exactly the same as the older releases. And I will say that these sculpts have aged a little bit in my eyes. Comparing the feathering texture on these figures to the upcoming Utahraptor or Achillobator definitely makes these guys look a bit out outdated. But that's not to say these sculpts are bad. They're still really good. BotM has just improved a lot since then. There are also some really nice anatomical details, such as the Adasaurus having accurately shorter toe claws. So in conclusion, if you missed out on the original Raptor series and maybe you were interested in checking these guys out, I cannot recommend them enough. And if you're more like me and think you have no desire to collect more 1/6 scale Raptors, maybe think again, because I have found these figures to be a lot more exciting in person than I would have expected. I am now fully committed to keeping the Acheroraptor long term. I have fallen head over heels for this one. It is also just really nice to see new life given to such classic figures. So if you would like to purchase this or any Beasts of the Mesozoic products, there will be a link in the description to the Creative Beast website. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you whenever I upload next.